Assalamu alaikum and good morning, everyone. I am Aala Abid, and today I'll be discussing a topic that touches the core of how we live together in diverse societies: the ethics of disagreement in Islam with Semitic religions. Islam, Judaism, and Christianity all share common roots, and disagreement between these faiths are inevitable. But these discussions can also help us grow and understand each other better. We have seen faith based conflicts around the world, so it's more important than ever to know how to disagree ethically. As Al Ghazali wisely said, knowledge without action is wastefulness, and action without knowledge is foolishness. It's about applying wisdom in our daily interactions with people from different faiths. In today's globalized society, it's common to work, study, and interact with people from different religious backgrounds, especially the three Abrahamic religions: Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. Whether we are at office, university, or engaging on social media, these interactions often lead to conversations about our beliefs. It's normal to disagree, but Islam offers a solution through Adab al Ikhtilaf, the ethics of disagreement, which teaches us how to approach these discussions with respect, wisdom, and justice. In other words, disagreements shouldn't push us apart. Instead, they are an opportunity for collaboration and peace. Disagreements are a natural part of life, but how we respond to them defines whether they result in conflict or collaboration. Think about a disagreement you've had, maybe with a colleague about a project, or even with a family member about politics or religion. The first instinct is often to prove we are right, but Islam teaches us to engage constructively. For example, Imam Shafi'i said, "My opinion is correct, but it could be wrong, and the opinion of others is wrong, but it could be correct." This mindset fosters humility and opens the doors to understanding rather than just winning an argument. The Quran and Hadith guide Muslims on how to engage with people of the book Ahl al Kitab, Jews and Christians, with dignity and respect. The Quran in Surah Al Ankabut emphasizes not to argue except in a way that is best and most gracious. If we adopt this mindset, our personal and professional interactions would lead to stronger, more meaningful relationships. Islam provides a robust ethical framework for resolving disputes, applicable not just to Muslims but to all interactions in a diverse society. The Quran in Surah Al Hujurat encourages believers to act as peacemakers, calling for justice and fairness even in the time of conflict. Reflecting on the actions of the Prophet Muhammad during the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, where peace was chosen over conflict, we learn that wisdom sometimes lies in restraint. These principles are just as relevant today. Think about cities like Jerusalem, where Muslims, Jews, and Christians live side by side. The Islamic ethical framework provides guidance on how to live peacefully even when there are disagreements. As the Prophet Muhammad said, "The strong man is not the one who wrestles well, but the one who controls himself in a fit of anger." This wisdom is especially relevant today as we face conflicts on both personal and global scales. Consider how public debates on religion often play out, whether on TV, YouTube, or during interfaith seminars. Sadly, these discussions can quickly turn into heated arguments or insults, but Islam teaches us to handle disagreements with dignity and respect. The Quran says, "Do not insult those they call upon besides Allah." Surah Al-An'am. It's a simple rule, but one that many forget in arguments. Even when we don't agree, we should never mock or belittle others' belief. Rumi expressed this beautifully when he said, "Raise your words, not your voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder." This approach applies not just to public debates, but also to online discussions, conversations with friends, and family gatherings. We should approach disagreements with kindness and wisdom, focusing on commonalities rather than differences. One of the most powerful examples of peaceful coexistence is found in Al Andalus. For centuries, Muslims, Jews, and Christians lived together and contributed to advancements in fields like science, philosophy, and arts. Imagine the flourishing of ideas when different faiths came together to solve problems and push humanity forward. Another example is the Prophet Muhammad's treaty with Jewish tribes in Medina, which were based on mutual respect. Fast forward to today, and we can see similar initiatives in interfaith peace projects happening in places like Europe and the Middle East, where religious leaders from these faiths are working together to build bridges and promote understanding. These examples show us that peaceful coexistence is not just a dream, it's something we have achieved and can achieve again. Ibn Khaldun, the great historian, once said, cooperation is the foundation of society. This reinforces the idea that diversity, when approached ethically, can lead to great accomplishments. Living in a pluralistic society, like many of us do, whether it's in cities like London or New York, comes with its challenges. There is sectarianism, cultural misunderstandings, and even political polarization. We've all seen how small disagreements can blow up into major conflicts, whether in the Middle East or elsewhere. But Islam teaches us patience, tolerance, and compassionate dialogue to overcome these challenges. As the Prophet Muhammad said, kindness is a mark of faith, and whoever is not kind has no faith. This principle can help diffuse tensions, whether at workplace, in our communities, or even at larger scale in international relations. In today's multicultural cities, this approach is key to transforming potential conflicts into opportunities for learning and collaboration. Let's talk about how these teachings can be applied in the real world. In workplaces where Muslims, Christians, and Jews work side by side, disagreements over religious practices or values can create tension. But if we apply the ethics of disagreement, valuing respect and understanding, we can prevent those tensions from escalating. In corporate settings, fostering interfaith understanding can lead to better team collaboration and productivity. Similarly, in education, teaching students about these ethics can help build a more tolerant generation. And at the level of diplomacy, applying Islamic ethical principles can help resolve conflicts between Muslim majority countries and Western nations, promoting peaceful coexistence through ethical diplomacy. Respectful interfaith dialogue has many benefits. It helps us understand different perspectives, reduce conflicts, and foster tolerance by bridging cultural divides. When we engage respectfully, we open doors for cooperation and strengthen relationships across different faiths. To sum up, as Ralph Emerson said, peace cannot be achieved through violence, it can only be attained through understanding. In conclusion, the ethics of disagreement in Islam with Semitic religions offer a practical guide for peaceful coexistence and respectful dialogue, whether in personal relationships, political settings, or international diplomacy. The principles of justice, respect, and compassion are vital. As the Prophet Muhammad said, the believers are but brothers, so make peace between your brothers. These are not just spiritual ideals, they are tools we can use daily to foster unity in an increasingly divided world. The real question is, how can we apply these principles in our daily lives to build bridges instead of walls? Thank you.